And we're back, bitches. It's 2018, and your favorite podcast is on the horn again. Yours truly, Riley Jeffers, hosting here again. I got Andrew Alina, the champ, to my left. How you doing, Andrew?
Got a cold stone in my hand.
Can't complain.
And the other host to the right, Michael Whitfield. How you doing, Mike?
New year, same stone, so doing well.
Nice. And another special treat for the fans at home. Two of our favorite recurring guests. To my right, we got the host from the best bar and restaurant in the world, Rocco Zappia. How you doing, Rock?
Good, man. I'm doing great. How you guys all doing this year?
Great.
Glad
I can
to have
feel
you
the
here.
energy.
Feeling
2018.
good.
You guys welcome in good?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're
With some
rooster.
pussy, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Broke it in
I mean,
nicely.
it's kind of, New Year, liquor, pussy. It's all good.
That's what we call the trifecta here at Victory Live
That is
Radio.
the trifecta.
And the esteemed colleague directly in front of me, Tony Violi, the Godfather. How you doing, Tom?
Fine. Just how many recurring guests do you have that were your
Well,
favorite?
right
Were
now-
your favorite recurring guests?
Yeah.
Have you had more than two?
We said two of
had
our
three
favorites.
guests.
Three.
We've had three
All
guests,
right.
Dick.
Hey,
Why are you attacking them?
No, I'm just curious.
Hey,
God.
Hey, it's 2018. You
I'm
got to be
asking
coming in hot and
questions.
heavy.
I know, but I mean, you rip on them right away.
No.
Nice
no.
introduction.
I just want to know what.
And you
I mean,
rip on them?
I don't know. Other than Anthony and us, who else did you have as a recurring
Throw 'em
guest?
under
Hey,
the
I'm
bus.
fine with the question.
Hey, you're
I'm
top
fine with
three
it.
right
That
now.
was a nice. I appreciate that.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
number 3.
I can be third. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I would say he's.
I am third. Didn't Gail Sayers say I am third?
Yeah.
God, family, I am third.
I am OJ.
That's right.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Happy New Year to all.
And we're starting off 2018 hot.
Happy
We got a
New
great
Year.
show coming
Happy
here.
New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year,
Happy
everybody.
motherfucking-
Well, we've had a lot of things happen since the new year.
Since our last episode.
Yeah, since our last episode.
Took a little-
Take a little holiday break, spend some time with the family and kids. But we're going to get right back into it. A hell of a playoff slate.
Wow.
I mean, wowzers.
Wowzers.
Yeah. Wow. Owen Wilson would say.
Wowzers.
We're going to kick it off
I'll
here
just
with
say
probably
that.
the least exciting of all of them, the Clemson and Alabama game. I think Bama just Bama'd them. Michael, why don't you start us off here, kick it off the Alabama-Clemson matchup, your recap from it.
You thought Bama was going to try to get revenge, which they did. They came out there and kind of proved how good Deshaun Watson really was in college. The past 2 years they were able to do a lot with him. And I think without him, Clemson's offense stalled. And Bama kind of just controlled that game from the start to finish. And it was not much of a game.
Yeah, what'd you guys think, Andrew?
Yeah, Clemson versus Bama, definitely the least exciting of the playoff games, but it still wasn't a bad game. The score definitely was a little misleading, in my opinion.
I mean, you take away that interception for the touchdown, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll get into the other. So the score was 10-6, and Clemson threw a pick in Alabama territory on the 25. That was his first of back-to-back possessions with a pick. Second one being the pick six that made the game 24-6. So it was 10-6, literally 2 possessions before that. Things just were not going Clemson's way, as I'm getting ready to allude to. It really looked like Bama was the 1 seed there and Clemson was the 4 seed. I mean, Clemson literally had one drive where you thought they might have a chance, but other than that, I didn't think Clemson really looked like they even had a shot to win that the whole time.
Offensively, I think their defense played
I mean,
well.
they played
the whole game.
pretty well. They contained him for the most part, but then again, so did Georgia until they threw in
Very
Tua.
true.
So who knows what Alabama's offense was, if they were struggling or what that was. But they were not the normal Bama we're used to seeing. Running game was not there. So I mean, it was a weird game. But
Tone, what'd you think of the Sugar Bowl down in New Orleans?
Well, it's been so long. I don't even which game.
The Sugar Bowl.
I don't remember. I don't even remember the game. It's been so long.
Yeah, well, that's what
Clemson.
Alabama does to you. They beat you up so much, they give you CTE, and you
Clemson. I think Clemson was just to prove that Clemson was overrated.
Yeah, I think it proved the.
But was anyone going to not rank them number
Yeah.
one, though,
No,
with their
no.
body of work?
Yeah.
I agree, but
Yeah.
It was Alabama's.
It's just a
proving game.
mismatch from the beginning. I mean, Clemson's
Agreed.
defense is good, but offensively they couldn't do anything. It was pretty
pretty
boring,
Right.
pretty anticlimactic after the.
Yeah. I was gonna
after,
say.
we're all looking for the rematch. We didn't get anything.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't get that.
I think that leads us. Rock, you got anything for that one?
The ACC sucks. In football, the ACC sucks. I don't care Miami. I mean, look what happened to them. And ACC is basketball. It's not football. I've said all
Is the
along.
Big Ten better, Rob?
Yeah, absolutely.
They only lost one game.
Embrace
Yeah,
debate.
absolutely. The Big,
And who
Big
was
Ten
it?
just
Who
beats
was it?
up on
Michigan.
Wisconsin.
Michigan.
Oh, the
Michigan.
one loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Michigan game was also over.
That
And they
doesn't break
blew
my
that
heart.
Yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't
Yeah.
break my
Gotta
heart.
love it.
Well-
Well, you love to see it.
Yeah, the Bama game to me, it just seemed like a boa constrictor just sucking the life out of
Yeah.
Clemson. And yeah, it was overshadowed a bit by leading us into our other semifinal game, an absolutely fantastic matchup between Oklahoma and Georgia. Andrew, why don't you kick us off with that one?
Do I have a lot to say about this one, boys? You thought I had a lot to say about the first one? Hold on. So
You are your father's son. Let's just go ahead and say that.
Pontificate.
Let's just say that right now.
let's just. I'm not denying that nor confirming.
That's
but,
fine.
let's just start it off with the major the major obvious here. Oklahoma fucking blew it. Starting off with the first half, they haven't let up a kick return touchdown in who knows how long. They fucking squib it to the right to the fucking middle guy.
Yeah.
Let them get the ball
Key
and
play
get
right there.
and they suck all their momentum right out of
And
their
you got to
own
know,
kicks.
Georgia
Really
has
just-
hot rod. They can kick from anywhere.
Yeah, that dude. They got fucking
Goggles can
Yeah.
nail it.
They got bubbles, man. He's not missing
goggles,
that. Sheesh. And
like
so he bangs
The Rex
56 yarder.
A 56
Rex Beck's got to
yarder.
add at
56
least
yarder.
10 yards to his range.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
can
he's
see
probably at
everything.
46.
Is that cheating because it like enhances his vision of the
he can
goalpost?
see he can see the ball going through the upright. And anyway, so that's the first
That changed the whole
major
game.
fuck up.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
changed the
that
whole
really
thing.
changed the momentum.
And some first half stats, you got 158 yards on the ground, and you knew Georgia's going to make an adjustment. They're a better defense than that. But you think, okay, we got a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback with us who threw 200 in the air in the first half, but no, he only throws for 87 in the second half. And we're all now you're thinking, okay, they can't run the ball in the second half. Now, defense, can you step it up and make a stop? Big 12 defense is optional. So we thought they get the 3 key stops they need: the scoop and score touchdown. Biggest stop of the game, I think, was that following possession. They forced a 3 and out, and the offense can't get it done. I mean, and then if you want to get into overtime, they also choked there. I mean,
But
let
then
someone else
again,
take it.
but then again, you score 41 points and you
Yeah.
lose. It's not really the offense's
No,
fault as much as they.
completely disagree there. You knew what this defense
Dude.
was. They were trash.
But they played great the majority of the game, other than the
What?
third quarter.
No, they.
You just said the defense stepped up and got
No,
the 3
three
stops.
stops. That-
And
out
in
of-
the
out of
first
12 to
half,
15
What was the score at halftime?
31-17.
31-17. They played
But
great.
you
in
take,
the
but you,
first two
but you can't put
Okay,
the,
that-
but you
that's
can't
not
put
a
the
great
3
first half.
You can't put the 3 points on
Look,
that
17.
field goal on the defense. So the defense really let up 14
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
Okay.
For Oklahoma,
not-
that's a pretty good.
That's
Yeah, I'm not
No,
saying
yes,
they were
yes,
like
yes.
obviously to let up points.
Okay,
but you
yes.
just conflicted yourself.
No, I didn't. I said they
You
had
said
three,
they had 3 great stops,
Yeah.
and then you say they play like shit. Which one is it?
3 great stops, but other than that, they could not tackle anybody. The Georgia running backs combined for
Yes. So you're
326
agreeing
yards.
with me. This game is not on the offense.
No, it is because the defense sucked. Like by the grace of God, they got those 3 stops. Do something, offense. You shouldn't. You should
Do
even-
something. They scored 41 points. How much more do you want?
You have 3.
So they're
chan-
supposed-
you have 3 chances to ice the game with a Heisman-winning quarterback, and you can't do it.
So you're supposed
That's
to
on
score
the
like
offense and the coaching staff.
So you're supposed to score every
calling.
possession or not?
No.
Like Big 12, that's probably
Yeah.
No,
I was
I mean
gonna say.
that's what your identity is. You have a terrible defense. Like-
Terrible is interpretation. Let's toss the
No,
mic up here.
it's terrible.
Rock, Tony, you got anything for this game? I mean, obviously Baker Mayfield first tale of 2 halves.
That's Rock's favorite player, isn't it?
Yeah.
Baker
I
Mayfield?
can't stand Baker.
Really? I thought he was cut from the same cloth.
You got a hot girlfriend.
No. Oh, kudos for that.
He won the Heisman.
No,
he
just
better.
like the ACC
Yeah.
sucks. The Big 12, do they even have a defense? You saw the
Let's-
Oklahoma State game.
Yeah,
You know what you're
There's
gonna get from it. I
no
don't see it.
defense. The Big 12 has no defense. That's why it's hard for me to say someone can win a national championship.
Exactly.
63-60. Your defense sucks. You just outscored them. You need a well-balanced team to win the championship. Wisconsin, they're balanced. Wisconsin played balanced. It's a shame
brace
that
the leg.
Wisconsin got beat. That they got beat by Ohio State. And fuck Ohio State. Fuck the motherfucking
Fuck 'em.
Buckeyes.
Fuck 'em
I'm
all.
so fucking tired of them. They can suck a dick.
Question
Along
for
with
you.
Tom Brady and the fucking Patriots.
Where is that coming
Question
from?
back.
Because I fucking hate them both.
Right out of left
Hey,
field.
question for you though: If there's an 18 playoff, does Oklahoma make the Final Four?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Who
say
do they
no.
play?
I say no.
UCF, look at them.
I say no.
National champion, you see.
Like you're saying Georgia's But I think
I thought
Georgia's
Georgia played
by
better
far
than him. I
the
think
second
Georgia was
best
better.
second best team in the country. Oklahoma was literally like a few plays from beating them. You're telling me that they're not beating another team?
Yeah.
Because they would be the 2 seed, so they're playing the 7 seed. You're telling me they're not beating the 7 seed?
I don't think they would have. That would have been like a
hot
UCF
take.
team.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
Dude,
difference in-
anybody's going to score on them. It's anybody can.
You're giving too much. You're ripping on Oklahoma, saying that they
Yeah.
blew it, and you're not giving Georgia enough credit for making the proper adjustments.
Because
at halftime.
also Georgia was beating the
I
shit
thought I
out
was
of Alabama,
talking here.
right? Georgia's beating the shit out of Alabama, so they're obviously a good team.
They're a very
Like,
good team. They had 3 straight 3 and outs.
That's my point. Georgia,
But that's not Oklahoma. That was Georgia coaching, taking
Okay.
whatever they did, and then Georgia got back. I mean, then Oklahoma
and-
got back in it. I agree with Michael.
Yeah.
You score how many points?
41 points.
You got to win the game.
Yeah.
You got defense. Got.
I don't care what you expect. You're in a Final Four with a
Wait, but
defense
you
of
just
Big
said,
12.
you just said Georgia's a great team. They were beating up on Bama, so that's why I'm saying you cannot really expect that defense who can't stop anybody previously to the season. Why do you think they're going to stop Georgia? They gave you 3 stops. That's more than you can fucking bargain
The
for.
first
with
half, they
Oklahoma
held them to
defense.
14 points.
Okay, I'm talking second half though. You have to play the whole game.
But yes, obviously, but I'm saying, so they showed they can stop them. They can stop
I
them.
think that's more of just you have so many freshmen you're
That was a
relying
good
on.
game.
It's a little bit of
Yeah,
nerves and
I was
Georgia.
gonna say.
Yeah, let's
I
see
think
I
the
don't
game
think that's
came
really-
down to
that's not much
Baker
of-
Mayfield being Baker Mayfield. Then the ball was taken out of his hands a little bit by his coach.
But what did Georgia
Lincoln
not, what
Riley
did Georgia
really
do in the
started-
second half that they didn't do much in the first half? They did a little bit, but they didn't stick to it. They ran the shit
ran
out of
the
the ball.
ball.
in the second
Ran
half.
the ball. No,
Okay?
you got to give Georgia credit. Those
So they
coaches
kept,
went
so
in
they
there
kept,
at halftime.
so they
Number
kept
one-
Baker Mayfield off the field by
Sun-
running the
Sonny
ball
Michel.
and
No,
doing
he's
all
real
that.
deal.
They
Real
did,
deal.
but they had a couple huge, like long touchdowns. The time of possession still was in Oklahoma's favor after
Well,
all
I mean, that game was just electric on.
It
so
was,
many
but that's because of
levels.
the first half.
Yeah, I mean
And
that's
then,
probably
yeah,
true.
and then you have
But you have to
Baker
play the whole
Mayfield.
game.
second
So I
half.
But
mean,
you know, you really learned from that game that Tom Brady sucks.
Yeah, according to
Absolutely.
That's
Good job,
that's the
Tom.
connect the dots there. That's the connect the dots.
I'm trying to figure that one out, Rock. That's,
Yeah, I mean Baker Mayfield making the drive when he had to. That's when you're like, oh, there's
You're
the
gonna like-
Heisman moment.
See, but that's the thing. So you score all these points, and then you have Baker Mayfield, who it's a tie ball game. He drives all the way down the field, scores a touchdown, and then your defense can't stop Georgia from scoring a touchdown in the last possession.
Yeah.
And you're going to blame the offense? No. No.
What?
no.
Okay, but
No.
but you had 2 different chances where
Okay,
you
we're
had,
done talking about
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's moving on here
Baker
because that
Mayfield's
was just a
been
separate.
sucking.
You're gonna like
Oh,
when
I
he's
hope
wearing
he- yeah.
black and silver.
Oh, please.
They said cars on
Oh,
it.
get him the bus.
Cars on his way out.
Dude likes Baker. He loves Baker.
Cars on his way out.
No, I
Let me tell you what, man.
They're bringing in the
No,
Mayfield.
the Raiders are gonna for the next 10 years. Raiders will probably win 7 out of 10 Super Bowls.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you what,
Hey,
man. That guy
Gruden's
from
back.
Norman, he can really sling it,
back.
man.
Anyway,
Wait
Yeah.
until,
Anyway,
wait until the first confrontation Gruden has with a player he doesn't know how to deal with it because these players are different.
Oh,
They're more
Gruden's
prima donnas
fine.
now than they were.
Doesn't matter.
Get him out of
Gruden's
there,
the
man. That
Get him out
Chucky
of
doll
there.
can get him in line.
That's right. Gruden's the man.
Well, let's move on
He's
to
never dealt with a
the big
Marshawn.
topic at hand, the national
neither,
championship 2 nights ago. What a game. Absolutely. A lot of people were looking for this one to be a bit of a boring game. Really, for the first half, it was. Kind of felt like a 2:30 game where Vern Lundquist was calling it in the middle of October.
They play at 3:30, but
Anyway, maybe I was in Central Time when I was watching it.
you probably, were, you
yeah.
probably were actually.
Yeah, it probably was. But then, second half completely changed. Alabama makes the adjustments. Tua comes in. He puts his brass nuts on the table, lets them hang, and leads them back. Alabama, Nick Saban does it again. 5 national championships in 9 years. Unfucking believable. Michael, why don't you kick us off with this game?
like you said, the first half was pretty boring. But Georgia came out to play. They
looked hot.
They
looked good.
Bama's defense. They were on the field a lot, but they looked worn out. And they scored that last touchdown right before the. They were making stupid penalties that Bama's defense doesn't normally make.
That
And
first
that's-
half, I've never seen a team take it to Bama like that.
Exactly. Like the whole
Even Clemson.
special teams. They were beating the shit out of special teams. When do you ever see someone beat the shit out of Bama on special teams? You really don't.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a team legitimately have an advantage over Bama.
And then Nick
special teams.
Saban, did something that no one thought he would do, and it ended up winning them the game. But it just proved that Saban's the best coach ever. And
Who was? Do you think it was Saban that said, "Let's put the freshman," or did the offensive coordinator come up to him? and
Oh,
suggest it?
absolutely.
Saban said it was him.
Saban's call 100%.
He said it- he said it was him.
No one brought it up to
He
him.
said they gathered the quarterbacks and they said, "Get ready, you're going to be going."
yeah.
I mean, he had played before a little bit, but it wasn't like that.
Anything
where he took
meaningful.
over the game.
The halftime down
it was
13-0 in the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, he played against
Mercer.
And they had some packages for him. But Tone, what do you think about this game? You're the coach here.
Nick Saban proves he is the GOAT. I mean, I don't know how you do that make that kind of transition. At halftime, you put a kid that's
A kid who is 25
19 years
and
old.
2.
Can you imagine any other coach where
No.
they're like, if you imagine if Brian Kelly was like, I'm going to put in this freshman
Oh, I
for the
could've
national
backfired.
champ.
Brian
like,
Kelly would have pulled him
they'd
back
been,
after
they'd
that
have been
first
crucified.
drive.
He could have backfired on him just as easily
yeah,
as it was
yeah,
successful.
100%. But everyone
It should have. He
Everyone-
should not have got that first down.
on that second,
Third down. I mean, that could be the ball game right there.
that if he gets sacked right there, Georgia probably wins that game.
But then again, Georgia had a 3rd and 20 where they got it too. I think. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
True. But he wasn't sacked in the backfield.
Yeah,
Like he was 3 guys were on him sacked in the backfield,
Yeah.
and then
Rock, you got anything for the national championship?
I think Georgia just gave it away. I mean, Alabama was a great team, and Nick Saban was a great coach. But in the fourth quarters, when they started, they never passed for the first down. I don't know if they were trying to control the clock, but they couldn't control the clock because they weren't getting any first downs. They were on fire the entire game, and it's like they changed themselves, so they curled up a little bit.
Yeah.
If they just would have made a couple first downs in the
Yeah.
second half,
It's-
it's a different bucket. And then at the end of the game, where they sack that freshman quarterback,
Tua
took him
Tagovailoa.
way
16-yard loss. 16-yard
took
loss.
him way
That
out
was
of
his
range.
freshman mistake.
And took him out of range for the field goal. I'm thinking, all right, this is great. And then he fucking throws
anything
the touchdown.
anything past 35 yards
Yeah.
is out of range.
And
Fucker from
not
Alabama,
only
so.
making that throw, but
It's even a stretch.
against a cover 2, looking off a
The
safety
safety.
and just
I know it.
nailing the throw.
I know.
I mean, that coverage is designed to limit passes down the
Yeah.
sideline.
The safety should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah,
He really should.
How many
should.
games did he start?
started like 36 games.
Yeah,
at
he's like
Georgia.
all
Come on.
Like,
all
he's like
He,
confident.
he
That-
should
that
feel
guy-
like the kicker would have felt for Alabama,
That guy-
Papadopoulos.
Yeah, that
whatever his name was.
that guy
Papadopoulos.
was not even that open, man.
Like
I mean, he blew
he's
the
like
cover.
their best DB. He started like 35
Terrible.
or 36 games.
Knowing they're in cover 2, you can't.
He looked like a freshman
What's
safety.
Alabama's quarterback name?
Tua Tagovailoa.
No, the other one.
Oh,
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
You think he's a little hurt?
Hurts.
Hurts?
But Hurt.
I
Yeah,
thought
how
it was-
about the?
I thought it was Dick Hurts.
How about the wild move of interviewing him after the game?
Hey,
Tom
he's a
Rinaldi
classy
and-
kid.
Well,
He is.
Tom
He
Rinaldi.
is.
give him
I
a
thought the
break.
kid was going to start
Who?
crying.
Yeah.
See,
Hurts. They interviewed him right after the game. And
I mean,
Like,
he said everything right. I mean, I don't know how he did it. I'd have been
Hey,
like,
he's got a
25
ring.
and 25 and 2.
Yeah, that's
SEC
tough-
Offensive
tough
Player
to
of the Year.
swallow.
Back-to-back national titles.
Second most touchdowns
Who's
in
going to start
Alabama
next year,
history.
quarterback?
That'll be a
Is he gonna
battle.
Be hurt?
It'll
It'll be the
battle.
Hawaiian.
It would be the
dude.
Hawaiian good.
You think over Hurts?
Yeah.
that,
Did you see the
I
second
know,
half?
but okay, it's one game, you guys.
Because
But the biggest game they played in.
I know, but Jalen Dick
Hey,
Hurts
it happened- it
will
happened-
fucking
no,
be. He'll be their quarterback next year.
Yeah, I agree with you
He will-
100%.
It's
No
one
chance.
fucking game.
Jalen Dick Hurts will
You
move to
think-
the Braxton
No,
Miller position.
absolutely.
Saban's not
not.
a guy that throws the ball like that all the time.
Jalen
like,
Dick
that's been the one thing he hasn't.
well, you know what Lane
Yeah,
Kiffin
and
says.
he doesn't want it.
But-
Really.
You know what Lane Kiffin said
was gonna
if he would have
transfer.
transferred if he wouldn't have got to play in the national championship game. The Hawaiian kid.
I
You know, somebody really ought to,
But-
somebody, you know, like they ought to take his Twitter account away too.
No.
Lane Kiffin.
You got to let it
He's a
ride.
cocksucking.
He's
bitch.
the best.
But
We
hey,
are pro Lane
fuck
What,
Kiffin.
Saban
podcast.
loves to run the ball, but when you have
He wrecked my fucking
Jalen
fingers.
Dick Hurts at quarterback, you can't run the
like
ball because they
29.
put everyone in the boxes. He can't complete
And he
a
had a hot
pass.
wife.
Yeah. Now divorced.
I'll bet you $50
We're
Hawaiian
still
dude
after the pod.
starts next year.
I think it'll be a big. I think it'll definitely be an
no,
open
but I do
competition
not.
in the spring.
Yeah, I don't think he'll.
This
win.
guy's switching positions or transferring.
Yeah.
Jalen Dick
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts.
No,
No, I
yes,
think he's
sir.
a starter.
He'll be
Yes.
the quarterback next
He'll
year.
go play for
The
like
key-
Illinois for Lovey Smith or
See, I
something.
don't.
Lovey
I-
got fired.
I agree
Did he?
with.
I think so. Didn't
Breaking news.
I don't think he did.
Oh, he didn't get fired.
No.
I
Not
apologize.
fired.
I like
Back to breaking news.
I like
Lovey
Lovey.
Smith not
I
fired.
like Lovey. Love it,
See the thing, the key stat there.
Going into this year, they said that he could have beat out Jalen Hurts if Jalen Hurts didn't take him to the national championship last year. Like in
So
in
Lane
spring
Kiffin is the difference.
in spring ball and all that stuff,
Lane
they
Kiffin's a
said
good
that
coach.
this dude was
Yeah.
better than
College.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
Maybe
I-
Jalen Dick Hurts will go to Oklahoma.
or FIU or FAU. I
FAU.
mean.
Oh yeah, for
FAU.
play for
Kiffin.
That would be great.
Kiffin.
Oh.
Rock. You don't like
Hey,
it?
mate.
He ran
Kiffin.
by
Hey,
team.
hey.
say that.
He might have banged Saban's daughter. So props to him.
Allegedly.
Is that why? Is that really why he left?
We're not.
Props to
We're not
him.
talking about this on the podcast.
Props to him.
But yeah, all in all,
How was
great.
Saban's daughter?
24.
She just got married. Can you imagine being the guy to ask Saban to marry his daughter?
No.
I'd shit my pants.
Fuck that. Could you imagine being married to her and then some dude banging her after a year you've been married or whatever?
You gotta
Okay.
expect it. You gotta expect it.
That's what we got to add that
You
national
gotta
championship.
expect it.
There is something really wrong with you. Seriously, you.
Why?
Well, you just, it's the sports thing.
What
You
it-
just are
They
all over
brought
the
it
place.
up. Hey, they brought it up about him fucking banging
Hey,
somebody.
Sports and ass, they go together like two peas
There's
in a
something
pod.
wrong.
Can I fucking get my 2 cents on another game, or am I?
Oh,
not
we're
gonna
done.
ask host?
We've already talked.
No, go
about
ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, Georgia Oklahoma game.
took up a lot of Oklahoma
games
this
so we
time.
figured
I was
that
going to
one
say,
out.
I
That
thought
was
your
enough.
homily was
Your
over.
contract says you're done.
Yeah, right. Go listen to the first 5 episodes. It's the same thing, dumbass.
Andrew, what'd you think of that game?
What'd you think?
No, so
He's got notes. We should let him talk.
no, I have some points. Just let me get them off my. So I think the main, like Rock was saying, they weren't getting those first downs. Jake Fromm gets out of his rhythm, and he stops making those, or stops completing those easy ass throws. 2 of 8 on third down in the second half. That's the tail of the game right there. I mean, they just could not. they could
Yeah,
not
he
keep
seemed
the-
different in the second half.
Yeah, and I think because he got out of his rhythm a little bit. They
Well,
weren't.
one of
Yeah.
those passes that DB made that great play where the guy had the ball and he knocked it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Like
that play.
the
but-
receiver. I mean, but I'm saying the receiver reeled in,
The
and
pl-
they punted. They might get a field goal out of that. That completely changes the game.
See, but
Seemed like
and
Alabama
with
got
what you
much
guys
more
were saying
pressure
in the
in the
first
second
half,
half.
like I don't even think. Okay, let's say so. Bama makes that field goal. They're down 7 points. I mean, yeah, Bama doesn't usually have a halftime deficit, but I don't really think they got that outplayed for how bad that offense looked. Like their defense was constantly on the field. They were 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, punt, punt, punt.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Yeah,
their defense got completely outplayed. I'm saying overall, special teams,
Yeah.
offense, and defense all combined, they got completely
Yeah,
I
outplayed.
think it was.
Bama's
And their
kicker
defense
is
started
just a
making
classic choke job.
I think it
every
was
single
very
year.
obvious Bama made phenomenal adjustments
Yes,
compared
but
to
their-
like in Oklahoma
Their
where
defense
maybe
started
just didn't
making
stop
stupid
clicking.
penalties that they
I
never
think,
made.
but I think
Yeah.
it was it was a lot of Georgia switching up what they were doing and they stopped throwing the ball on third
Well,
down.
there's
as much.
a case to
Well,
be
what do
made.
you mean? They scored their one touchdown on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that was I'm talking
70-yard bomb.
That's an outlier of the second half though, clearly. So
But like they still threw
Outliers
the ball.
by Malcolm
the third,
Gladwell,
the
great
third,
book.
and the 3rd and 2, they threw the ball on 3rd down. The 3rd and 8 when they punted,
Yeah,
they threw the
and-
ball on 3rd down.
yeah, but there was plenty of third downs where they were running the ball to try to
In the
just keep
fourth
that
quarter.
clock going.
In the fourth
Yeah.
quarter, they did it.
But I'm
Yeah,
just
how does
like,
Sonny Michel
But
not
you
get
also
carried?
you also
And then
had
that's what I'm
like-
saying though. There's like 3
That was
possessions
crazy,
in a row
yeah.
where Jake didn't really have a throw, and then he just overthrew that easy ass flats that would have been a first down to like almost steal the game.
Yeah,
at
but
that
they're
point.
still throwing the ball. I think a bigger
I don't
thing
mean
in
to
that.
interrupt you, but watch this. Here we go.
ahead.
And then I think Chubb carried the ball way too much.
Yes.
in the fourth
I
quarter.
agree.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Right,
I
Rob,
was just
say
about to say
something.
that. I think a
Come on,
big
fire it
shot
off.
was Michelle playing
What about Chubb?
way less than Chubb. Because
He didn't
those
have a
carries,
Chubb during the
some of
game.
those carries that
He
Chubb
gave Saban
gets,
a blue vein throttle.
Michelle may get a first down on.
I think they should have given the ball to
Yeah.
Michelle.
I
he
think
didn't
but
carry
some
the
of those carries that they have where
For
they
his-
make these plays, Michelle gets the first down, Chubb does not.
Yeah.
And for as good as Jake Fromm looked, Jake from State Fromm, at
He
big
showed-
times
ball. I
he.
get it.
He showed his
Yeah,
showed his
at big
He shows
times
a
he had a
freshman.
little bit of freshman.
But he-
there was like
in
a
the-
third down out in the flats. He overthrew.
But he
him.
also
That-
made
that
some.
But he also made some great plays.
That are
So
just
I,
like-
I
first
totally
half-
understand.
first half-
You can't get mad at him at all.
First half looked like a 3-year starter junior, and second half he looked like a freshman. Took that huge sack, Bubbles bailed him the fuck
That,
out.
but
That-
like, okay, but then you had 1st and 10 or 2nd and 10 on your own 5-yard line. He stood in the pocket, made a great throw,
Nailed it.
20 yards downfield, and got him out of
Yeah, that
terrible
was
field
huge.
possession.
Who would ever thought of that?
Another play, 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 10. Throws a perfect ball to the guy on the touchdown route, where you're not seeing
that
top
was
quarterbacks
pretty-
make.
that
And
was
he makes
pretty-
that throw.
that was a
So
pretty
yeah, he
ball.
made a few freshman plays, but like, come on, dude, no one's perfect.
No, I'm
Like-
not. I'm like he played very well. It just seemed
You're
that
also
like some huge.
like imagine
times-
getting hit by all those players.
I totally get
Play
it.
in and play out. You're gonna overthrow a few times.
Yeah, that's the
absolutely.
thing. Like he's making those amazing plays. You think he'd make that easy flats throw? Is all I'm
But
saying.
hey, you know it's tough. He's also
Cam
one-
Newton can't throw in the flats, and he plays in the NFL. So like,
Cam
We'll,
Newton's
we'll
a
save.
bitch.
Yeah, we'll save that
It was
for
a good
another
game,
time.
though. Either way, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was
for
a
the
hell of a
national
game.
championship
I
game.
when the freshman quarterback for Bama comes in though, did you have just a gut feeling there's no chance in hell they cover?
100%.
Yeah, I just knew
especially
it was
their
over
three,
right
their
there,
first
yeah.
3 and out. I was
I
like,
was pissed.
I
I thought he'd pull him. I thought
I
he
did
did.
too.
No, yeah,
I
that's
really
what
thought
too.
Brian Kelly would have pulled him.
But he saw enough.
Definitely.
Saban must have saw enough
Did you
energy.
see how
Or-
he was holding
or-
the ball in that first sack?
or-
like Michael Vick,
or give him,
Thought he was
or they
Michael
said,
Vick.
you know what, we can't just base it off one drive.
Well,
We gotta
I
drive
give
it
him
off,
credit,
you know what I'm
'cause-
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
hey, he pulled
I
it
think
out of his
BK
ass.
might have pulled him.
and maybe
BK.
Saban.
I think a lot.
I
Of
think
coaches-
98
Saban does know what he's doing. I mean, he
98% of
It's just-
coaches.
I want him to
pull it off.
retire. I hate
Oh
it.
yeah,
I want him out.
I think a lot of
It's
college
time. He's
football
old. He
would
should
love-
retire.
Well,
Enjoy
Going to the
life.
Giants.
I was gonna say,
No, they're gonna hire what's his face.
Who?
Who the
Patriots.
Belichick.
Yeah, the Patriots D coordinator with the beard and that.
Matt
and the
Patricia.
See,
pencil.
the Raiders got the Rams offensive coordinator, Dallas special teams coordinator.
That's all his
Yeah.
buddies.
And who's
all his buddies, yeah.
who's the defensive coordinator?
not Fangio.
You see Rich Gann decline the QB position, coach?
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because he
Yeah.
only knows how to throw a sidearm.
We got 2 Raider fans at this thing.
Well,
We do.
You see the Notre Dame's lineman
would've been
coach
awesome.
left.
Yeah, he went to the Bears. Their
It's a big
O-line
loss
coach.
for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's O-line coach.
Yeah.
Too.
He's a very good coach.
For the
He's very-
for the head coach?
No,
line coach for the Bears.
Line coach for
That's
the
not,
Bears.
see, that's not a lateral move.
No.
No,
That's a good move.
but that's a
Well,
very big loss for Notre Dame. That guy's
huge.
a great coach.
He's a great coach.
Notre Dame will
falling
go
apart at
500
the
next
seams.
year.
Oh, here we go again.
God.
I agree.
What
Yes,
else?
they will.
What else? What's next?
Well,
think
yeah,
that's about
great
it.
national championship. I think that wraps it up for right now.
Wait, one last thing.
Yep.
Before the game, they all said this could be the first time since 1985 that a true freshman quarterback wins the game. And it wasn't the dude from Georgia.
Oh.
Hey.
Not so fast.
Would-
That's
my
a little
friend.
Lee Corso.
Would you?
Yeah.
Question to all of you: would you have rather seen? I mean, obviously hindsight is 2020 here, but would you have rather seen any other team in the playoff that was not in it?
No, I think
You
got
saying
it
their
right.
Final Four?
Yeah.
I think
They got it right.
I think-
I mean,
think-
obviously, you want to say UCF.
I mean, they beat Auburn. Auburn beat these teams. I mean, I'm
mean,
sure.
we're- yeah, let's talk a little
UCF
bit
or
about
Wisconsin.
playoff.
Talk a little bit about UCF. Any merit to their?
See, but the
Oh,
only
yeah.
but the,
Fuck, they beat Auburn.
Yeah.
What do you
I
want?
like-
They're undefeated and they
I
beat
like
Auburn.
Yeah.
but the only thing
Who was there
though
the
is
quality
who,
wins?
No one. Memphis, South Florida.
Hey, the
No,
boys
Florida-
don't set the fucking schedules.
Where are
They set their non-conference schedules of Mercer and
Hey, but
Who
so
did?
did
So does
Bama.
fucking Bama.
but Bama plays better teams throughout the year.
That's because they're in the SEC.
But I'm saying UCF needs to
We'll
go
give them some more, but you know
hard.
what though? They were
Yeah, look at
they were
those
matched
two
up
ones.
against a big powerhouse.
So then
team, and they beat them.
every year that Boise State went undefeated, should they have won it all?
Those are good saving
No, they
metrics.
should have been in the position to win it though. You got to give them a chance.
That's how,
what I'm saying.
that's how
I
Trump can
agree.
win over
I
the
agree.
country. That's how Trump can win over
Do
the
not
country.
bring
Get
politics.
UCF and Alabama playing 2 weeks from now. Play them in the Bourbon Bowl. If
Bourbon
Bobby
Bowl.
Boucher
No,
shows up at halftime,
Trump will get reelected if he
Boucher.
gets us an 18 playoff, guaranteed.
Trump will get reelected if he learns the
that's going to be
national
his
anthem.
platform.
He learns the national anthem. It didn't look like he knew it out there.
He had a
yeah,
couple
that
gins.
was fun.
He was just
He
sitting
didn't want to be
there.
disrespectful.
He had
What? Yeah,
Best-
that's what it was.
Best part of
he was
that
too
was when he
close
was-
to the mic.
when he
didn't
was
wanna-
walking out and he pointed at the line like,
Hey,
"Turn here,
Alabama
turn
plays
here."
the Citadel next year.
Oh,
Tough.
Citadel, they play at Louisville Lafayette,
Wow,
and
the Raging
Arkansas
King.
State.
Arkansas State won a bowl game this year.
I don't care.
Oh,
It's-
the Red
And,
Wolves.
and they got
So did Memphis.
Louisville.
No, they didn't win a bowl game this year.
I want the
Iowa
Beavers
State
to
beat.
pound the fucking Cocks
The Gamecock.
in the national championship.
Hey,
the other way.
Gamecocks. The Gamecocks
the
won this
Cocks,
year.
They
the
got a
Cocks
big win.
stuck it to the Wolverines. Homina.
Oh, my goodness.
Just need the Beavers in there though.
Last thing before we wrap it up, let's get 3 quick takeaways from the bowl games this season. Michael, why don't you start us off here?
One, I think the playoff committee got it right. You know, Clemson looked the worst, but who was going to not
Still
vote
top
them number
four.
one? But who was not going to vote them number one from their resume? You know, they beat Miami, beat Auburn. They beat all these teams. They only lost to
Virginia
Syracuse
Tech.
without their quarterback. And second takeaway, I would say, is the Big Ten. I would put at number 2 or 3 best conference in the country with their bowl wins and everything. Ohio State looked very good. Penn State, you know, they should have beat Washington by more than what they did. If Saquon Barkley actually plays a lot more, they probably win by 21. And my
Same with Ohio
third,
State, too.
yeah, Ohio State could probably beat USC by a lot more too. My third takeaway is Nick Saban's the best coach ever, and I am glad to see a powerhouse reign again.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Fuck off.
Rock, takeaways from the bowl game, playoff, football season. You going to sell less beer now that college football's over? Or you
Oh no.
March Madness.
Oh,
John
We
Gruden,
still got
baby.
pros, got March
Yeah.
Madness, but here's the dealio.
Helio,
Yes.
Coolio.
First of all,
Paradise.
the best coach ever in college football. He was in our backyard, Air Parsegian.
Frank
I think he
Leahy.
was the best ever. The man knew football. Number 2.
How many championships did he have?
He
Well,
knew
he
Rudy.
didn't coach as long as Saban has he?
How many championships did he have though?
It was different. You can't
Well,
compare.
well,
it.
But
Two,
just
but
answer that.
really
Just answer
three.
that real quick. Just answer that.
Two.
Two?
but really
How many years did he coach?
77.
Saban
10
gives their
years.
guys
10 years.
beer
Saban's
like
won 5
beer
and
piss.
9, so
Different era. Everything was different
I
back
still
then.
think
Still,
Different era.
Different era.
Different era.
Also, yes, it does prove that Alabama probably is the best team in the nation, and it pisses me off.
But we're happy for John
And they
Morrow.
probably, yes, very happy for John Morrow, and they probably did get it
They're
right
so
with the teams they got
starved from
in,
winning.
but they gotta figure something out
whole
because
year.
I'm sorry, okay, I know Michael, they didn't play great teams, but you gotta give fucking Central Florida a chance. I mean, why not? They beat a powerhouse team of Auburn. Auburn is a
They did.
powerhouse team.
They
You
did.
gotta give them a chance. They did have the right four in there. They did.
But I'm saying nothing. Like they
Expand.
went back and they ran the BCS rankings. BCS rankings had them at like
Drop a
8.
knowledge.
No one was giving them any credit. So it's like you either go to more playoff teams, or a team like that has to find someone else's schedule, or they're never getting in. It's difficult.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know that, Michael. And thirdly, and most important,
Thrice.
don't gamble on these games because the fucking refs make the outcomes, okay? Maybe
It
that's
was
the last game.
3.5, and they won by fucking 3.
We forgot about the play where Georgia was not offsides in that blocked punt.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
bad.
wow.
But,
Yes.
but play should have been blown dead anyways because it was a false start.
Oh, really?
But
Yes.
it literally, he timed it so well.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
not
it was-
offside.
it was a
It was
great-
not offsides though.
Yeah.
But either way, the play should not have happened though, because
no, that's going to be a play that's overlooked for history
Yeah.
of how that
Holy
game would have been
shit.
changed.
that or the touchdown that they scored to Calvin Ridley and Najee Harris was,
Right,
had a false
right.
start. He started running before the play
Yeah.
started.
Oh.
You know, that's the thing. This
Jesus, play it again.
That's the one thing about the national championship. Really, any one play could have changed the outcome.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like 10 different plays that could have changed the outcome. Usually it's a couple.
Yeah,
a couple.
yeah.
No, any one play in that game. And
how
there was probably
close it
10 of
was,
them.
You can
Yeah.
think of 2 separate
I
third
mean,
and
yeah,
fours that
I
turn
mean,
into
definitely.
scores.
It could have definitely could have changed the
unbelievable.
outcome.
yeah.
crazy.
3 takeaways
Wait,
from me.
can I ask Rock one thing?
You may.
How excited are you
I
about the
can-
new hire in Oakland?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
10 years. We're gonna win 7 Super Bowls in 10 years.
Yeah.
For everybody at home, Rock is one of the biggest Raiders fans this side of the Mississippi.
Biggest douchebags. is
Yeah,
what he
I
made.
heard that too. But he's got my boy John Gruden back in the bag.
Absolutely. But my friend Andrew Alina is also
Yeah.
a big Raider fan.
Riley
Bend
Riley wasn't going to mention it though, but it's all good.
But that's I'm telling you, the Raiders are gonna have a great years. After this year
Hey,
disappointing.
that's the hype
Next
they
year.
need to get them back and booming in Vegas. baby.
Absolutely.
Three takeaways for me. One, life's better when college football's going on.
Yes, it
it's going to
is.
be a sad 6 months or whatever it is till they start strapping it up for
Withdrawals.
training camp.
Withdrawals.
2,
Strapping it up.
strapping
it up or strapping it on?
maybe a little bit of both. You never know these days. It's 2018.
Is Sandusky back?
Yeah.
Is Sandusky
Penn
back?
State's coming back.
Quarterback.
Hey, that's a
center.
touchy subject.
Whole new meaning. Quarterback.
2,
Center.
it will expand to an 8-team playoff when this current TV deals are done in 2023. That's when it'll expand.
That's
because
enough. I think that's enough.
That's enough time. Enough time
Damn
people
it.
complain.
That's too
Commissioners
long.
will probably be out of the way.
5 years.
And 3, I think Georgia's not going anywhere. I think they're going to continue to be
Oh,
very,
absolutely.
very, very
Hot
good.
take.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think-
Real cold.
I think that's a cold
cold take. Like the Rock.
It's about as cold as these Keystones.
Yeah.
Andrew, what do you got for us?
3 takes. Well, this is not even a take, but I just want to know who had the best record in the pick'em. Loser will have to do some sort of.
Run a 40.
Hey,
Yeah,
could be,
doubtful.
could be. We'll see. We'll see what
It's
it's gonna.
fucking keel over dead if I ran off the
We
Which
didn't
is
pick them all.
why-
They picked them all.
Oh, they-
We had select
Why
ones.
will not be participating?
But 3 takeaways. I'm with Rock on the UCF. I wish they could have been in there. I'm pissed that the 8 team would just be so perfect. And then we'll bitch about there's no 16 team, so fuck it. But bigger takeaway was the playoffs were amazing. You had 2 overtime games. The committee fucking nailed it. I mean, to all the Big Ten fans who actually think Ohio State should have got in, go fucking
piss
sit
me
on a
off.
2-liter. You're high.
Sit on a 2-liter.
And last thing about it, Rock already hit on it. I'm copying Rock, but Gruden's back. Raiders are back, baby. Let's go. Just win, baby. Just win.
Raiders.
Tony, what do you got for us?
Well, I think the biggest surprise was that, the thing about the whole bowl season is the Big Ten success really.
Yeah.
You
I
got to
think
just
that
say
did show a
everybody
lot.
thought the Big
What
Ten
was
was
the record?
terrible.
I called that
8-1.
Purdue one.
Wisconsin showed a lot.
I don't care who they played. I don't care if they were bad
won the
teams.
games.
They won the bowl games they were assigned to.
And Michigan
And
should
nobody-
have 19
And nobody thought they would. Secondly,
They had a 19
Yes.
Yeah, they blew it. Harbaugh started. He's worst play calling. I don't know what happened to him. He started really
Too
calling
much
some-
milk
Or no,
clouding the
maybe it was
brain.
bad.
19-3. It could have been
Whatever. The play calling did not look good. Secondly, did we really not think Alabama was going to win this thing
When they
got
sneak
in?
What,
in.
halftime?
Come
No.
on. No, bull crap. I mean, from the
No,
very
I really
beginning.
didn't think
once,
so.
once that first touchdown, I was
Once
like,
they were in.
I thought
win,
this
but
was.
don't
I
cover.
thought this might have been the year where it's like they're not quite the same team.
Once they were in.
But looking back on it, all makes sense. They
Yeah.
sneak in, they pry it open, and then they
And I got
win it all.
And I,
Pat him in the ass.
I agree with,
Gentle, right?
and I agree with everybody with the UCF
really
thing. You know, when Clemson won their first national championship, it was in the Bowls, but when they didn't have
Yeah.
Danny Ford was coaching, they beat Michigan, who was 6-6
the
that
fridge.
year. And they were what? I didn't put that.
Yeah, Perry at Clemson.
All right. Anyway,
1982.
they won. They were the only undefeated
Wow.
team, and here's UCF.
It's a walk and a half.
The only undefeated team. And
Right.
They deserve a shot. And lastly, I have to say, I listened to the John Gruden press conference. I text Rocco. I've never been a Raider fan. I'm a 49er fan. Still am. But I will be a Raider fan as far as the
Oh, yeah.
AFC goes.
Yeah.
That press conference.
I'll tell you what,
I'll tell you what, man. I wanted this job. I forgot he got fired by Tampa Bay.
You know, when I
traded.
got
Then he got fired by Tampa Bay.
That's
Yeah,
So I
why
think
did they
this-
fire him?
because he started having bad seasons. But
Well, he had a winning record.
just the way he
last
was
year.
talking, and I don't know who was saying it earlier, if you guys were on the podcast or not, but when Michael said, what's he going to do when he comes across that first player that gives him crap?
Yeah.
He'll be gone.
Yeah.
The player will be gone.
Yeah, fuck
They
the
will
player.
find,
Get him outta here.
what's a 53-man roster?
Yeah, they'll find
Whatever it
something
is,
else.
there will be 53
Next
people
guy up.
that are all in with John Gruden,
Oh, yeah.
and that's it.
I'll
And
tell you
they will
what.
be successful. They will
That
be
spider
successful.
do-eye banana is going to be
7
looking real
championships in
good.
10 years.
No, that's
Did-
ridiculous.
did
That's
he-
Rocco. That's a Rocco statement. He's, of course, once again,
Anybody know if he would?
way off base. He already said he's already made the Notre Dame prediction.
Hey,
Below
Tuck
500.
Tuck
As
Rule's
long as I
gone.
get to a base, second base, third base, doesn't matter.
I mean, why can't you say they're going to win a Super Bowl within the next 4 or 5 years?
5 years.
Which
4
would
or
be a
5 years.
Oh, for the love of
They're going to win a Super Bowl in the next 2 and 7 in the next 10.
Okay, right?
Count them.
Hey,
Mark it down.
But the key stat about Rock's predictions here is Brady's going to be out the fucking window.
I don't know. Might bring the Tuck Rule back just since Gruden's in the league.
Oh
now.
yeah, did you see that when Woodson asked him a question?
Yeah.
He goes. By the way, he goes. Brady did fumble that ball.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see
You'll
also-
never forget.
Did you see
Sickening.
Woodson's other question though?
I wanna puke
He
every time I
said, "With
see
your
that
contract, is there a no trade clause?"
Oh yeah, I saw that. No, and there is. There's a no
There's
trade
a no
clause.
trade clause.
And he was what did he say? Oh, wait, I forgot what I was going to say. Forget
Oh,
it.
Did
my
he butt
gosh.
heads with the Tampa Bay?
No, he just started losing. Oh, no, he said it really bothered him that the last game he coached as a
Yeah.
Raider was that cut game.
Yeah.
That was the last game he coached as a Raider.
Yeah, bothered me too.
He's perfect for him.
That
I mean, it's a match made in heaven.
And if you look at Mark Davis, the owner of the
Same
Raiders,
haircut.
Same haircut.
but
yeah.
he looks like the
He's the
regular
scary
Chucky.
Chucky.
Yeah.
And then Gruden's the
A
scary
new-
Chucky.
Yeah.
a new
Rock, where'd you
recruit.
get that Chucky that you hang up there wherever it's at? Who got that for you?
You didn't get that.
I
from
got
me.
that for you.
Oh, there
That-
it is. There it is.
Rock.
It's
see it.
coming
You
back
can see
to
it.
life,
The
baby.
Chucky?
I bought you the whole. Yes, Rocco, I
When
did.
did you give me the Chucky?
When it was popular, I went online and ordered it because
I
Back
thought I
before
got that.
Amazon was a
no,
thing.
Rocco, I bought it.
Rock.
You
I
came
think
in and you go,
you guys are
yes, you're doing
Tone
that
does a
whole
lot
thing.
of things
Hey,
for
there's
you. You
Dirty
don't
Mike
realize
playing the
it.
drums on TV.
Dirty Mike.
There we go. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I think that just about does us here on our first podcast of 2018. Want to thank yours truly, Riley Jeffers, signing off for Victory Lab Media. We'll
You
talk
want
to
to
you
thank
next
yours
week.
truly yourself?
Yeah, that's all you
Your
Riley,
vocabulary needs a lot of work.
No, hold
there,
on,
man.
hold on. You got to thank the guests.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What about us?
The fuck
I would
are
like
you
to
doing?
thank myself, but not the
Yeah.
yours truly on this
I like to
show.
thank yours
I was going to
truly.
thank yours truly.
hey,
Or no, but in
Where's
sincerity.
our ego?
ever.
Tone it down,
Worst outro
bro.
ever.
Tone
In
it
sincerity.
down.
Our two favorite guests, the only two we have, but we're here just, sitting, nothing.
Well, I want to thank you guys too.
It's too late.
Hey, Rock, thank you for hosting us at good old Rock
Yeah.
Sports
Oh,
Cafe.
shit, no
That's
problem.
something Riley
maybe
should
that
have
would have been
said.
coming if I would have got the penalty.
This is
No, you were ready to sign off,
I was.
Jeffers.
I
Don't
was
lie to
feeling
us.
Everyone come down to Rocks, opens back up tomorrow.
11 a.m.
Raiders.
Peace!